Hey guys, today we've got space, ninjas, guns, explosions, swords, bows, and much more as one man reviews Warframe. First, let's talk about graphics. Now this game looks good, really good. It's really fluent and has fast loading times between the main screen and your missions. As you progress through the game, you get to experience lots of different biomes as you travel from planet to planet. Each biome has its own tile set, keeping the game fresh and interesting. The animations in this game look great too. Whether it be using an ability, a gun, a bow, or just a blade, the visual effects are stunning. And the best part about the graphics is it doesn't take much to run the lowest setting. Pretty much any computer could run it. Now the sound is nothing special. To be honest, I've been playing the game for 250 hours now, and I haven't really been blown away or surprised at anything that's happened sound wise, but I'm not also, on the other hand, I'm not pissed off and annoyed by it, so I guess I've done a decent job. But none of that really matters anyway, because what we're all here for is the gameplay. Now, is the game fun to play? Fuck yes it is. You're a ninja running around in space with powers just slaughtering hundreds and thousands of people. It's just great. Now, some of you might be like, oh, that'd get boring after a while if you can just kill everything really easy. Well, you can't. A lot of the game modes will go forever, indefinitely, and you just go till you basically can't kill them or you're just getting killed. It gets really hard and really challenging with late stages. On the other hand, you could have objectives that you could lose. So while you might be very strong, these objectives aren't, and protecting them is one of the hardest things in the game. But everything in Warframe can be overcome through teamwork. I'd highly recommend playing as a team, as solo is quite boring, and pretty much every Warframe has synergies with other Warframes. Whether it be healing, keeping energy up, CCing people, adding extra damage, boosting people's speed, there's a whole range and number of things your teammates can do and you can do to help them overcome any challenge the game throws at you. Now, one thing Warframe really excels at is customization. Whether it be your Warframe, your weapons, cosmetic accessories, or mods, Warframe will ensure that you have a Warframe that is unique to you and your playstyle. This aspect of Warframe is the thing that's going to keep you coming back into the game. As to gain access to new weapons and Warframes, you have to track down components and parts that are scattered throughout the Sol system. Or, if you're feeling lazy, they can always be purchased in the cash shop. Speaking of the cash shop, this is one of the aspects Warframe has pulled off very well, I find. Most things are cosmetic, and everything you can buy can be earned also. And if there's something you really like in the cash shop, don't worry, because you can trade the parts you earn in missions for the in-game currency, which you can use then in the cash shop to buy things like cosmetics, extra Warframe slots, and weapon slots, making it possible to have a complete set of everything without ever spending $1 in the game. Now, because this is an MMO, I'll mention endgame, but so far Warframe doesn't really have an endgame. There are raids and there's high level content, but in terms of other MMO RPG type games as endgame, it doesn't really have one. What it does have though is a magnitude of weapons and Warframes that you can continue to explore. After my 250 hours, I've still only used about a quarter of the Warframes and really maxed out less than that, maybe about 2 or 3. Now, if grinding for new Warframes and weapons just to try them out isn't for you, don't worry, because this game is heavily focused on mid-maxing. This is a blessing and a curse, because although it's easy to get a fairly strong Warframe, it's very hard to get a really strong Warframe. You can spend hours working over your builds, and in the end there isn't one that beats them all, as forums would have you believe. It's all based on personal preference and how you want to run your Warframe. Now, for the potential shortcomings of the game, the enemy models are few and far between. That could be increased greatly. You end up fighting a lot of the same things, just with different abilities and different power levels. Other things are lack of endgame, as I mentioned before. There are no challenging raids and no need for the clan system, which is quite good, but at this point in the game, completely unnecessary to have. But despite those shortcomings, overall, the game is awesome. As I said, I spent 250 hours on it, and I plan on spending a lot more, just changing my Warframes, unlocking new ones, and seeing what's around the corner. So I highly recommend you give it a go. And it's free to play, so worst case scenario, you just wasted some download. So I look forward to seeing you in the game, and thanks for watching.